Hey, so I just got off a call with a client who is graduating from my coaching program, the 90-day pipeline. It's always a bit of a bittersweet moment. You know, you're humbled by the opportunity to serve this client. You're also kind of sad to see them go because working together as closely as we do for 90 days, you build a bit of a relationship, and you look forward to seeing the client on the calls and having the conversations. And saying goodbye is tough, right? Because you're not going to see them anymore. You're not going to hear from them anymore, at least not as much. And those kind of goodbyes are admittedly a little bit challenging for me. But here's the thing that it reminded me of. I was having the conversation with this client, and we're talking about the experience that they had, the results they're getting, and really what I was focusing the conversation on was, you're on the right path, right? They really made some tremendous shifts in the program where they dialed in their positioning, they got clear on their target market, they packaged up their offer, they now got a marketing strategy, process, tactics, content strategy. Like, they know what to do now to really blow things up for their business. And that's all fine and good. But the thing that really jumped out at me from this conversation and getting the client's feedback and listening to where they're at and what their next steps are going to be was that really in the end, what people remember most about you is how you made them feel. That's what they remember about you in the end. Yes, the results are important. Yes, the outcomes are important. Yes, the work that you do together in a client relationship is important. But in the end, when it's all said and done, a year down the road, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years down the road, when that client looks back on their time with you, what they're going to remember most is the way that you made them feel. And that obviously applies not only to clients, it applies to every human relationship that you have. Spouse, family, brother, sister, friends, you name it. What people will remember most about you is not the tangible things, not the outcomes, not the results, not all of those tangible things that we tend to really focus a lot on, but more so the intangible things. The way that they made me feel, the way that they treated me, the way that they interacted with me, the way that I felt when I was, my mic on right, when I was in their presence and talking to them. That's what they remember most about you. And it was a good reminder to me, and that's why I wanted to share it with you, is that in a client relationship, yeah, you absolutely should be focused on outcomes and results and getting the client the thing that they want to get, because that's why they're working with you. That's obviously of critical importance. But never let that come in the way of actually building a meaningful relationship with the client. Don't neglect the actual relationship and how you make them feel and what they get out of their relationship and their conversations with you and what they take away from those interactions. Because honestly, that's what they're going to take with them in the long term. That's what they're going to keep with them. That's what they're going to remember most. Even this client in particular was pointing to specific instances in our relationship, specific conversations that we had that they really got something out of, that really shifted their mindset and their perspective on things. Conversations that frankly, I didn't really remember. I don't remember the specifics of it, but they were pointing to, well, remember that one time we had that conversation and you said this, and I asked you this question and you said that. Those are the things that they remember because it made them feel a certain way and it shifted their mindset in a certain way, and that's what really stood out to them. Above and beyond the very concrete results and outcomes they've achieved, what they really kept with them was those specific memories and the way they felt in those moments. And that's what they're going to carry with them going forward, so that when they're in a position in the future, when they're having a problem, when they're experiencing some pain, when they're struggling with something, they're going to remember that interaction, how they felt in that interaction, and they're going to use that to help them get them through whatever challenge they're struggling with at that point. So really simple reminder for you today. The way that you make people feel is really important. If you want a thriving client business, if you want to be an exceptional consultant, advisor, expert, coach, and you want clients to enjoy their experience with you, to love working with you, to refer prospects to you, and to ultimately sing your praises, the most important thing that you can do is make sure that you're optimizing for that relationship and that you're making people feel good about working with you and good about the relationship, and make sure they know that you care. That's really the most important thing, right? Make sure they know that you care. I see so many people who come to me who say, well, look, I worked with X, Y, and Z, right? All of whom are my competitors. And, they're very smart and they're really good at what they do, but I didn't get a sense that they cared about me. I didn't get a sense that they were invested in my outcomes and my results. One of the most important things that you can do to build and cultivate stronger relationships with your clients is make sure they know that you care. Make sure that they know that to you, they're not just a number, they're not just a check, they're not just a line on your income statement, but that you actually care and you're invested in their results. And then actually show up and demonstrate to them so they can see that that's actually the truth. Hope that helps.